Well, hello there and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you what I'm doing in my little galley kitchen to make it more of a chef's kitchen. I'm doing my best, so here we go. First thing I'm going to show you is just a little pan so you get a feeling of how big or not so big this little galley kitchen is. And also what I can do to make it a little more conducive to cooking, which is something I love to do. So starting right here, I don't really have a place for a lot of knives, so I got one of those great magnetic knife holders that you can put on the wall. So that is what I did. So here are my most used knives. This corner right here, I'm referring to this as my cooking corner because everything I need is right at my fingertips. Starting with my butcher block, my little tureen where I keep my kitchen utensils, of course the knife block, spices I grab often, my little Italian salt cellar that I love dearly, little spoons and wooden things that for a pinch of this and a pinch of that. Now, opening up to the cabinet right above as I'm cooking, in this cabinet I have some olive oil that I use frequently and spray for my sheet pans, and then I have various bowls, and I also have a little mixing bowl, scrambled egg bowl, spiralizer for veg, sandwich plates, and a couple of things that I cook with. Top shelf is bigger vessels and I don't use that much, but because this is an apartment and I don't have a lot of room, this is where I keep everything. Here on my chopping block, as you can see, I'm right next to my stove. So this is all happening in this one spot. I can get everything chopped up and ready for cooking easily. So this corner is the most important corner of my kitchen, obviously. This is where I spend the most time. Now, we're going to come around a little bit. This is my stovetop. This is an apartment rental, so this is what I have to work with. I use the back burner as a holder for different items to give me a little more counter space, so I use this little cutting board for that. And it works really well. I can put things down in there as I'm working, and if I run out of space on my cutting board, and preparations can be made easily on there. This pretty flowered pot lives on my stove. I don't really have room for it anywhere else. My daughter gave this to me for Christmas. It's from the Pioneer Woman, and it's so pretty, and it really is cheerful. So underneath here is where I keep all my pots and pans currently. I have a little rack there that will hold different size frying pans. I have some little crusade and just things that I reach for to cook on my stovetop. So that being said, I also have my pans in the bottom drawer, as every old-fashioned stove has. So sheet pans and things like that I have down there if I need them. I'm coming around. I do have a knife block with some extra knives. I don't really use them that often, but they're there if I need them. And this is my convection oven, which I have to say, when I bought this, I stopped using my oven because it's just my husband and myself. I don't really need a lot of oven space. It's easier to heat up. It's right there where I need it. So that's what I do. I use this. And then on top I have some trivets and then a few more long little cutting board things that I can take off of here and move over to the stove top if I need some more preparation room, especially when I'm using this oven. Above here are my everyday dishes and glasses and mugs and things like that. So those are right there so I can easily set the table. We have the fridge with the notes and recipes and quick reference charts that I need when I'm working sometimes. We have a minuscule, and I mean minuscule, little pantry where you can barely fit anything in it. Everything further back is forget it. You can't even get to it. So I use that sometimes, but it's really just sort of a few things pushed towards the front. Now, coming around, we have Kitty. Kitty lives there. And then we have my shelf. So this shelf right here holds dry goods, beans. I don't have a pantry, so this is sort of in place of the pantry. And I have just useful things here. And I have a measuring cup too from Pioneer Woman that my daughter gave to me. On the top shelf I have things I don't use. They're mostly for show, although I do use that coffee grinder every so often. And this is Muffy. She's Muffy Baker. And then I have some different dried goods, my coffee press, coffee beans, and different beans and pastas and things like that. So that's where all this stuff lives. Over here in my basket I have just a collection of bags and maybe tortilla chips or tortillas and different things like that. It's just, that's my farmer market basket. I usually empty it out and bring that stuff along too. I have dish towels and a strainer and my aprons hanging off the pegs here. Here is more dry goods storage. I have the cat stuff because I have a cat. Cat has supplies for the cat. And then I have dry goods and potatoes down here and things like that. Just storage, coffee, that sort of thing. And then I have this cute little pantry with my spice rack on top and onions and garlic and different things like that that I need. Every spare inch of this apartment is used. But this is my cans, and because I can't reach anything in the other cabinet, this is sort of a storage for that sort of thing. As well as this little islandy thing that I just have over here. It's just holds some soda and just stuff I have absolutely no room for. So coming around, I don't have any drawer space for my forks and knives, so I use this little Longaberger basket with a separator, and that's where they live. And I have my paper towels up here, my Keurig, and spoons I keep right here. It's just easier to grab a teaspoon when you're working or tasting. The kitchen sink. This is my drying area, and over here is the smoothie corner where I have things to add to smoothies and my most used recipe books and things like that. So that's where all this is. And my flour. Coming around back to my cross-stitch picture, and I have a clock, a few other little goodies. And so now we're back here. So this is just a little tease. Oh, I thought I forgot something. Turning around near my smoothie corner, I have my appliances that are so big and don't fit on the counter and things like that that I can just grab if I need. So that should do it. And thanks for watching. My name's Jackie, and I'll be back again.